serious discussion in the national media.
Well, just kind of on a more kind of impressionistic or even philosophical question. A few weeks ago, we talked to somebody who was working on Daniel Hale's case. He's the whistleblower. He was a drone operator who talked about, the kind of inaccuracy of a lot of these drone attacks. And I just wonder, how you felt about kind of using these unmanned drones that are being operated. People are being attacked in Afghanistan and Pakistan from Omaha. And, even though, apparently the attack in Kabul, we now know, hit 10 civilians, including somebody who had worked for the US as a translator or something in his family. And just kind of as a military veteran, as somebody who studied this, how do you feel about just that idea of this like long range techno warfare that is really impersonal?
I am the least technically proficient person on this call. I can tell you that for sure. I bet you I'm the only one of the three of us that does not have a cell phone.
Oh my gosh.
I am not
Sorry.
I'm not on Facebook. I don't do Twitter. I think all of that is kind of the work of the devil.
It is.
And let me say that I think one of the really, really dangerous themes in US military thinking that probably dates back to the Vietnam War is the expectation that advanced technology provides simple answers to complex problems and will deliver victory. I think that is deeply, deeply pernicious. Not simply because you cited the recent episode in Kabul. Yeah, it appears absolutely clear. We killed a bunch of innocent civilians, non-combatants, and we did not get the alleged ISIS-K bomber that we were going after. That is a minute example of failure. Gets discussed for a day and then it goes away. But I think that this conviction that the right technology equals easy victories, it hasn't worked. B, it has caused untold collateral damage, as we like to call it. But I think it's pretty deeply embedded. Again, not just in the military, although for sure there, but also, in the larger national security community. We keep buying more and more technology without really having an appreciation of what it results in. I must admit, to me, one of the really ironic things, when I think the first use of a drone, at least by the US, maybe Israelis had done it before, but the first use of a drone to deliver a missile happened within weeks after 9/11. It was kind of a wow. We used a drone and we killed somebody. And this was seen as an example, of course, of superior American technology and proof that we enjoyed this technological edge. And here we are 20 years later, everybody's got weaponized drones. Terrorist organizations got weaponized drones. And to me, the point there is that just because you think you've got some gee whiz technology today that you think gives you an advantage, guess what? That technology, is exported, and suddenly your advantage goes away because your adversary's got the same capability.
In as someone who's involved in like environmental movements and et cetera, we're not quite seeing weaponized drones, but like every police department has some kind of drone capability in which they're using to surveil and monitor the different things that we do. And it's domestically, it's also becoming very much a tool. I expect one day that, probably not the too distant future, that we'll see them dropping tear gas or something on protests.
Well, certainly that capability exists. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But isn't the related point there the whole the surveillance regime that we just take it for granted.
Mhm.
that privacy as we understood it 20 years ago doesn't exist anymore. And
Oh, yeah.
it would appear that the momentum in that direction is all but unstoppable. I really don't think that we have any kind of a grasp as individual citizens for the implications of that for our lives, or perhaps more to, again, referencing my book, to the lives of my grand